It is now 6 p.m. December 15th, 2025. I'd like to open the Newfane Selectboard meeting, regular meeting, and welcome everybody here. Can we confirm that the meeting was properly warned?
Yes.
Very nice. Additions or amendments to the agenda? This is what I like. Approve the minutes of November 17th. I need a motion.
We can't, Marion's not here. I motioned to table them again.
17th.
December 1st, we can't either. December 8th.
We can. The
No.
first weekend.
Marion is here. Madam has shown up.
Oh, there we
There
go.
we go. That's okay. I make a motion, we approve the minutes of November 17th.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes of the 17th. I don't know if I was here that one or if that's one I
You
missed.
weren't?
Okay, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining, I will abstain.
Abstaining
I wasn't here.
also.
So it's 3-2.
Motion.
December 1st.
I make a motion to approve minutes.
Second?
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the December 1st meeting minutes. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed
Aye.
or abstaining? 4 yes, 1 abstention. December 8th.
This is an agenda, not minutes.
What's that?
This is an agenda, not minutes. Does anybody have a written
I don't
minutes
have
for that?
minutes.
So we don't have them?
I
Well, we
guess
don't have a
not.
copy of them, but
I make a motion to table.
Is there a second?
I say.
Motion's been made and seconded to table December 8th. Budget meeting minutes. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed or abstaining? Road Foreman, Road Commissioners report.
So Melissa and I met with Colin at Wyndham Regional Commission for the engineering proposal from Fuss and O'Neill for the Newfane Village sidewalk project. After consulting with the lease at B-Trans, it was determined the estimate was too high. So Colin was contacting the next engineering firm, their name is Stantec, to get a proposal. It was exceptionally high,
Really?
so they all agreed that it was, no, just give up.
How much money are they awarding to it?
So with our match, it's 705, I think. They're giving us 560, I think.
It is a lot.
We had to replace the garage door opener this past week. It was the next to the last of the original openers. So we've got one more that at some point will fail, but right now it's still going.
They've done well.
We shared the sand salt shed design with another engineering company, see if there's any interest in coming up with a new design, so that might be more affordable. And we'll see if that guy has any interest. It's been hard to find engineers. They seem to be very busy and very expensive. And we're still waiting for the hydraulic study for 2 squash culverts to see if we can repair the bottom of the culverts with concrete. Scott Jensen said that's a possible fix, but only if the hydraulic study says you can do it.
Where are those?
There's one on Dover and one on Depot. And the culvert, 95% is perfect. Just the very bottom is bad. And
It would make sense to.
John from Renault Brothers came up and he said, that's an easy fix, but you gotta get permission to do it. So they're only concerned that which it wouldn't narrow the opening up much, but it will a little bit. They just wanna make sure the culvert's sufficient to begin with.
Who's doing the hydraulic study?
B-Trans.
So they probably won't know anything until spring.
They're supposed to be doing it now, but I haven't heard anything, so.
We are halfway through December. Any word from Renault on when they'll get to the
Left a
covered
message
bridge?
for Scott Sweet from Renault Daniels. And I haven't heard back from him yet. That was Friday, they left a message, so
Okay.
he's usually pretty good about calling.
Anybody got any other questions for Jay?
Good job. Thank you.
Jay, I thought that one guy, remember I gave you that thing on them sheds that time from up north? Didn't they design them and everything? That was at,
I can't think the name of it, but
yeah, it was, Lucier.
so they can do that. They can't do the design as far as the grant goes. So you have to have an engineer that oversees what they're doing.
I don't know if it paid to call him, he might have their own engineer, you know? Cause he's pretty damn reasonable at the time.
Did we figure out if that was all Buy America?
I think it was.
So that was the other stumbling thing, was the Buy America part of the grant.
We could call and find out though.
Jay, can you get either Kate or Melissa sizes of everybody for jackets, for the heated jackets, and I'll research the heated jackets and see if we can find a deal, and we'll notice to get you and your crew some of those jackets before it's supposed to get brutal in January, so.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
thanks.
I make a motion to accept the road foreman's report.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the road foreman's report. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? The ayes have it. Thank you very much.
No.
Members of the
Thanks,
public.
Jay.
are you-
Scheduled, no scheduled.
What's that?
We have no scheduled, but we haven't no scheduled.
No, I'm just here to
You're
watch.
here? Oh.
Thank goodness, you were a good
Don't worry, didn't mean to scare everybody.
So we
So
have
we
no
don't have any
scheduled and
members
no
scheduled or unscheduled, right?
All
No,
right.
sir.
Administrative assistance report we must have.
Yes, so we received a response from VLCT Attorney Carl regarding the New Fire Department request for the boot drop.
Well, who requested that?
I was seeing if we could, during town meeting, if
If
we
we
could
could
have
do
a
it.
boot, if we have the boot drop there, and if we could hand out flyers asking members of
attached
the public if they want to volunteer for Newburgh Fire.
The boot drop, you gotta have all kinds of permits from the state, signs and all that stuff.
Oh,
So we attached the email that we got back from VLCT, and Greg Record's looking into what the requirements for the state. So we're just
Okay.
reporting back, we're at a standstill for
We
that.
have to file for that like a month ahead of time,
Yeah.
get the permits.
And then, to our understanding, we typically reach out to an organization to provide food for the town meeting. In recent years, it's been the Newbrook PTO. We didn't know if you guys wanted Melissa and I to reach out to the PTO to see if they're still interested in doing this. And also reaching out to the Newbrook Fire Department to see if the auxiliary had any interest in assisting. So we just needed a little feedback on that. We received an email from a resident on Blueberry Circle that has concerns about the amount of trash that is scattered in property located there. We attached a copy of the ordinance along with an email that we got from the abutting neighbor in regards to this. What we're looking for is just to see if you guys want us to move forward to reach out to Archer to go do a drive-by visit and then report back to you.
I think as long as we've had a complaint, we should have Archer follow up on it.
So we'll reach out to Archer and then.
It's up to the rest of the board, but that's my feeling.
no,
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be voted on.
No, it doesn't. It's just we have to report to you to be able to move forward. We just can't do what we want.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday, December 9th, we received back the letter that was mailed to Nancy Reese. She refused to
Accept it.
accept the letter, so we just want to report back that we still have the letter in our possession and she's.
That's about the road being widened out.
Yes. And the things being moved forward, the rocks and then,
Almost sounds like the road foreman and road commissioner need to get together, go over there. You
They
can
are.
try to meet with her or not meet with her, but anyways,
Right.
if she refuses to see you, then I would get a hold of the attorney.
okay.
Well, they don't realize, somebody hits that rock she put there,
Right.
they can sue her, not us.
We had Pat and Al from Rock River Terrace. Remember they came in here and discussed what was going on down there.
Yeah.
They've reached out that they're still upset about the situation and just wanted us to relay the message to you that they're still upset. I did relay back to them that we had sent the letter and concerns off to Fisher, and then if Fisher had any issues with it, he was gonna respond to us. We have no response from him yet, so we're just considering it.
Problem is, that road is not a town road.
It's a private road.
It's a private road.
And the road is not blocked. Firemen and rescue can still get through the road. We just wanted to let you know who has correspondence with us. And the last thing is, the planning commission posting agendas and minutes. Should they have their own Zoom account, or can we just forward the agenda to them prior to the meetings? Their own Zoom account would cost the town about $125, where using our Zoom account would be $0. Also, they haven't properly warned a meeting since July, and they haven't posted minutes since August on an unwarned meeting. So Melissa and I's idea was that if we're holding the ball of creating the Zoom link, then at least they have an order that they have to follow. The minutes have to be posted, the meeting has to be properly warned. Because anything that's been done since July until now has not legally been warned and done rightfully.
VLCT just did an update about who needs to do properly warned meetings and minutes and all of those things. And Planning Commission is included in
Yes.
that. Maybe forward that
Okay.
along with it, if you have it still.
And we also notified them that, I come for zoning, I try to come to planning commission meetings when they have them every once in a while, because they put me on the agenda for an update. I've been here multiple times and no one's shown up. They need one entity in this building if they're gonna hold a Zoom meeting, because it's not during COVID anymore.
Right.
So would you like us to send that requirement as well with the,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, absolutely.
And that is all Melissa and I had, besides we went and got some pictures of the road crew today down at the office. They're great photos. And we've been in contact with Newbrook, and they're getting together some more photos for the town report. And Melissa and I have scanned in all the appropriations and other documents so far that we have.
Great.
Awesome.
So it should be done soon.
Excellent.
How much longer can you go before you have to turn the town?
Well, we have to have the books to the townspeople within 10 days of town meeting. It takes the printers at least a month to print, but we have to wait till the end of December to have the financials done. So we can't put the book together until probably the second week of January, have it finalized.
So we're pushing it.
So we're still gonna be ahead of previous years, but we are waiting on Juanetta to get the voter list. So we asked her to reach out to another town to see if she knows how to get that list.
Okay.
Any-
I make a motion, we accept the administrative assistance report.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the administrative assistant report. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? We're down to new business. Is there any new business?
We have no business.
Okay, that was easy. Old business?
No changes in it?
I have no updates.
We have no updates on the FEMA.
Correspondence?
We have no correspondence. We put the 2 correspondence in our report.
What's the housing grant proposal review application?
That was from
Is that from
the,
that one deal?
the housing grant proposal was from the planning commission. And that's that grant that they passed a long time ago,
Yeah,
that we still have had no applicants.
that's from the ARPA fund, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
we should make a motion that we do something else with that money.
Yeah, I'd like to do something else. I don't like that.
Put it towards equipment, put it towards something, put it
We
in
can put it
capital.
towards- The ARPA fund can be used for many things. They could put in, you know, a seating area as long as water could go through it at one of our lots along, what is that road, Dover Road?
Dover Road?
Biggest
Yeah.
problem that, they tried that when Irene happened. And we went to VLCT with that, and they recommended the town does not do something like that, because if you don't maintain, like if you have picnic table or whatever, and something happens to it, somebody falls, gets hurt, they can prove you haven't done any maintenance to it, you could be in trouble.
Yeah.
Plus there's no
Garbage
parking.
pickup, people with the drug addicts and stuff are Brattleboro, be perfect time for them to move up here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of concerned how we go about that, that's all.
Can we use that
That's-
for the repairs on the pickup truck that need to get done, or the replacement for the
We can
pickup?
look into that, we can get the list of what you can and can't use it for.
It would be good if we could do the pickup, then next year we'd only have the grader to hit people, well, that's gonna be like 400,000.
Yeah.
I will say that we did receive word in the middle of last week that we had received the grant. Planning Commission did receive a grant for the smaller of the two grants that we applied for.
Oh, good.
And so that conversation about how to do those things will start to become clearer using that money that way.
Right, okay.
So we'll figure out some of that stuff.
It's just something that we should think about before maybe we're fine. We may end up having to hire somebody like a Mark Gray to go mow around it and pick up the trash and
The
that type of
guys
stuff.
did knock out some of the stuff, not this year, but the year before, in the fall. They did some mowing in there to keep it at least semi-cleared.
Right.
And that's a big help because it's beautiful space and it would suck for it to be filled up with lots of little stuff.
Didn't FEMA step into that though? That's why they didn't continue doing it, I think.
They're supposed to grow up wild.
Yeah.
Remember one time they
Not supposed
wanted to
to.
put them on dumpsters in them places. You know, they wanted to set them up so that, you know, people recycle bins and
They don't
stuff.
have to be wild. They can be parks.
Oh, they
Just
can be
can't
wild, yeah, but,
have- They just don't have to have.
but Johnson, I've had that problem with
I'm
that.
not talking like a pretty lawn.
No, I've had
But-
a problem with that anyways. Like I said, I mean, you got town owns these little lots in between other houses. I mean, I know if I lived in that other house, and all of a sudden somebody's camping out on that lot that's a public property for the town, and out there, you know, coming out and doing their partying or raising hell out there or whatever, I wouldn't like it, you know? I mean, I think what they should have done with that money, that land should have been divided between the landowners.
See, I
Kept it
tried
on the
that.
tax thing.
I tried that when I was
Oh,
on
nice.
before, and FEMA said we couldn't do
Uh,
it. And I said, doesn't make any sense. You can put it right in their deed that they can't, if there's any flood damage there, they can't go after anybody for it.
Right.
But the town will get it back on the tax maps, and get something for it. And they wrote us a big nasty letter saying if we do that, then we're gonna lose our FEMA money.
Right.
We couldn't do it.
There's some things you could do, like maybe like that one big lot, maybe even a public garden thing, you know, something like that.
Absolutely. Those
But
are
I'm
all
just,
ideas. that
That's
are
on the
percolating.
back side, you know, but I said them little lots where you got them right between the houses. I don't know.
That's how parks are all over cities across America. I mean,
I know, but now we're not living in New York.
well, I understand that, but you know, the people
We don't live here.
Have a hard
Look where
time.
you're living, on the hill.
people have a hard time going down. I have essentially a 2,000 acre public park behind
There you
my
go.
yard.
There you go.
But
Do they have that stuff? I don't know where these
Yeah,
areas
there's-
are.
I can get you a map of.
That'd be lovely, if you could just scan.
There's
and just
3 in a
scan
row
out.
between South Newfane and Williamsville.
Yeah, that whole
That's
area,
what
I
we're
just
talking
don't know where it's at.
And there's
in
one on
relation to
Steepway
houses.
from years and years ago that Donnie Williams had.
Right.
And a while just before I got done with road foreman, wanted to widen that road out and bring that corner up. They told us no way, that we'd have to reimburse them for buying that property. And I was like, the thing's been like that for like 20 years.
Yeah. Sooner or later, we're gonna have to widen it.
Yeah,
One more house goes up there, you're gonna be maintaining that road.
yeah.
But anyways, getting back to that grant,
Let's-
I would like to do away with that.
let's-
That keeps coming up on the thing all the time, showing it. I
Right.
think there's a lot better uses besides giving it to a few handful of people just to,
Right, my whole thing is you're doing that, you're only giving
3.
very few people that break. But if you do it with a piece of equipment or whatever you guys want to do,
It's
it represents the whole town.
I make a motion that we look into redistributing the housing grant proposal monies, options of redistributing that housing grant proposal monies.
what there was when they brought that up that time, and it was in the minutes too. What I told them was if they were gonna do something like that, it's reoccurring, you keep paying it
We
back.
couldn't get any banks to do that, and we
No, so that's what I'm
don't have
saying,
the
so-
staff to manage that.
No, I know, but what I'm saying, just to give to somebody to spend and, you know, they don't have to repay nothing, and all like that. There's a lot better things that would help the whole town.
You wanna make that a motion?
I already
I'll
did.
make-
Yeah, you did.
I'll second it then.
Okay, any more discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? The ayes have it. So if you wanna get together with Melissa
And we'll
and
get
go
a,
through stuff and just see where that, the best use of that might be.
yeah, we'll report back to you. And then there's no pay orders.
There's no
Why?
payments.
No.
Okay.
Okay, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I will make a motion that we adjourn.
Fastest meeting
Is there
ever.
a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn the meeting at, what time is it?
6:20.
6:20. Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? We
Merry,
are done.
happy holidays, happy new year. We'll see you
Merry
next year.
Christmas.